Unless you're a major label artist, it makes no sense to me as to why you're still spending thousands upon thousands on music videos. In 2026, there is a much better way to use your money in order to build a cult fan base. And by the end of the video, I'm going to give you a simple solution that is going to help you build a core fan base for a fraction of the cost. The problem I've seen all these years is that artists truly believe that production value equals growth. And trust me, a lot of us make this mistake. We want to have the same success as some of the idols we were watching and listening to when we were on the come up. But unfortunately, you're copying a playbook that only worked in the 2010s. That stuff doesn't work anymore. The cycle that's happening for a lot of independent acts at the current moment is that you will drop a video, you'll wait, and then get disappointed because it doesn't get the traction that you believe it deserves. And there is only so many times you're going to keep on repeating these cycles until you do one of two things. You either give up or you continue in the rat race and see no success. I'm here to tell you today that most artists do not have a talent problem. They have a distribution and marketing problem. Now look, let me give you guys a bit more of a deeper breakdown as to why music videos used to work back in the day. If you remember channels like MTV, back then we had channels like MTV, we had blogs, and we had something called a monoculture. This basically meant that you had one centralized media and everyone went there in order to receive information, listen to music, or get entertained. And of course, when you have one gatekeeper controlling millions of eyeballs, it only makes sense having a music video on that platform to get some of those eyeballs into your own business and your brand. So music videos was not just branding, it was more so a distribution technique to further promote the project or single that the artist actually had. Because once you had an amazing song and you had amazing visuals around it, you're able to build more so of a persona, a story around the artist, and people are more invested in wanting to maybe purchase a CD, go to the show, so on and so forth. But thanks to the modern internet and social media, information and distribution is no longer centralized. It's actually fragmented. And this is the reason why you see all the people using the old techniques in order to blow up, they're not seeing any success anymore. It's the new way and the new method that I'm about to reveal that's currently working. Besides distribution, let's actually just go into the economics of it as well. Look, an average quality music video is going to cost you around 2 to 5K. Let's be real. And of course, you're going to find people out there that are open to charging way less, and obviously they will deliver you an okay music video. But let's be real, if you wanted to compete with the label artist, this is a starter pack. So look, this cost is going towards a videographer. You have to pay them. You have to then pay the set. You have to then pay for all the extras alongside the props. If you got any models in there, you have to pay them as well. You have to pay for locations as well. Outside of the videographer, you're also paying for an editor. You're also paying for someone that's also going to color grade, etc. There are so many costs being distributed here and there, upon extra costs that come out of the woodwork. I've been on music sets before, and trust me, it's not necessarily the easiest thing to actually control or even achieve, because you got a lot of people there, they're doing all sorts of things, etc. So many uncontrollable factors. Even the weather can disrupt a good music video sometimes. It's crazy. But besides the money, because of course some of you are going to watch this and think, okay, the money's not an issue, etc. We need to also look into the practicality of this. When you're shooting one music video, it's simply just one chance that you're giving yourself and you're giving the algorithm. At the end of the day, the algorithm controls a lot of factors. There's billions of people on social media, billions of people on the internet, and you need to be able to have as many chances to get in front of them in order to convert them from just random strangers into an audience, right? So when you're doing a music video, you're just literally giving yourself one chance in order for them to convert. Whereas this is the new formula. You want to aim for short form videos. Why? Because for a fraction of the cost, let's say for example, you're spending anywhere from 2 to 5 grand on this, you can literally pay someone, I don't know, 1K or even less. There's people that I know that can do it for less, and they'll be able to produce for you 25 short form clips that are high quality, ready to go on social media. Plus, you're also going to be using your iPhone for content as well, right? So some of them are even going to be free. Now, what does this do for you? It creates as many opportunities in order for you to get seen. 25 different audience tests. You're also able to test out the algorithm 25 times as well. And this is a famous line that I got from Nick Ruffalo, right? He mentions that volume builds familiarity, consistency builds trust, and reputation builds brand. We need to understand one key thing. Algorithms don't reward quality. You can post a lot of quality content out there, etc., and think, okay, cool, I'm going to spend so much on this music video and spend so much on this and that, etc. The algorithms don't necessarily care about that. Yes, of course, it wants quality content, but what does it care more about? It's the feedback. The more you're able to consistently post on social media and post on all these platforms, the more you're testing the algorithm, testing your audience, and actually attracting them towards your sound. Now, I want to break it down even further, right? Let's say, for example, you had 1,000 in your budget. You wanted to create 25 pieces of content. What I would definitely suggest is at least 5 different locations that you're able to test. You're able to test out 5 different outfits as well. You're also able to test out 5 different angles of the same exact song. And even in the hook is literally the first part of the video. You're able to test out different things, whether it's a story, whether it's a common lyric that catches people's attention, whether it's controversy, whether it's humor, or a POV. And if you guys want any examples of that, just comment down below and I'll make a video demonstrating all of these different hooks that you can literally create in your content. And the key thing I want people to realize is that this is how the label system works. The label pushes a lot of things out there. Once they put ad spend behind it, once they put the money behind it and test out in different arenas and in front of different audiences, they then double down on whatever is truly working. That's the whole idea of them having a single, right? They push out the single, they make a lot of people buy into the single and love the single for whoever it is. All of a sudden, they then come out with a project so that you're now more invested in the artist, and then eventually they now start doing tours, etc. All we're doing is just borrowing the strategies that are already working and implementing it into our own career. Because I want you guys to think of it like this. Look, video 1 to 5 is literally just you testing out the algorithm. You want to see what's going on, right? Video 6 to 10, that's you learning. Video 11 to 20, that's you doubling down on whatever you've learned. And then by video 21 to 25, hypothetically speaking, you're now a familiar face. When they see you, they're just like, oh, who's this person? I need to actually stop and watch whatever they got going on. They're invested. I want you guys to realize that fans do not just fall in love with a song. They fall in love with the artist when they see them multiple times and times again. They become invested in not only the song, but the culture and the world you're able to basically create for them. That is the reason why we need to be in their faces all the time. And I don't want my message to get mixed up. Music videos are not completely dead. There's just a time and a place for it. What you need is the attention. You need to then convert them, and then you can nurture that attention and get them to fall in love with the world and fall in love with you as an artist through that music video. But it comes after the attention is already here. And to be honest with you guys, it makes your life easier because you're not spending as much in order to actually get the same, if not better results than artists before. There's never ever been a time in history where artists are literally able to transform their entire career within 18 months. We've seen that time and time again in modern history. If you're an artist and you're struggling to develop a marketing strategy that's going to brand you correctly, build an audience and monetize that audience, then simply book a call with me down below and we'll discuss on that call whether I can help you out or not, or point you in the right direction. And besides that, make sure to watch my next video because there's a lot more game I have coming out for you guys.